everyone, welcome to Nick Next Corner. I'm Nick, you're in my corner. Today, we're going to talk about why you should read my favorite author, JRR Tolkien, who wrote Lord of the Rings. Now, if you're not a Lord of the Rings fan, why are you here? I'm just teasing. Lord of the Rings has always been my favorite go-to story of all time. If I was to pick any single book that I could run away with, and that'd be my only book forever, it would definitely be Lord of the Rings. I have been a fan of Tolkien since I was at an impressionable young age. Now, I find most people, when they find the book they love the most, it comes from a certain age in their life where they're around probably 12 to 17, where they get impressionable and they find that one author, that one book that speaks to them and does everything fantastic for them. Tolkien was that guy for me. I lived in the woods growing up, and I used to run around pretending to be Aragorn or Frodo. I had old World War I wool clothes, and I looked like a hobbit. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. I remember how much my imagination was sparked from Tolkien just creating this. I, at the time, had my own language that a few of my friends knew about, and I have since lost the ability to do linguistics as good as I used to. And it was phenomenal. This whole book, this whole series, Tolkien just kind of, he gives you a little bit of everything. He makes you really enjoy what's going on. Now, mind you, a lot of people have a hard time working through Lord of the Rings because he is extra flowery in his writing, in a sense that he will sit there and literally explain to you the flowers forever, because he is an extraordinary writer. He likes to write about everything. Stuff he sees, stuff he smells, stuff he touches, tastes, everything. He is a phenomenal writer in doing that. And I always see the meme of, like, George Martin. I had an idea, so I wrote a book. J.K. Rowling. I had an idea, so I wrote a book. Tolkien. Made this language, so I think it deserves a story to go along with it. And it's funny because it's true. He was a linguist. He did Beowulf, Arthur, and The Legend of Sigurd as well for translations, which I have finally gotten my hands on all of them, and I'm so excited to read those now. He also created his own mythology within his world, as well as language and history and everything, which I thought was amazing. I remember reading the Silmarillion and being bored out of my mind, but also being intrigued as could be, because the Silmarillion is basically a big history book for Middle Earth. So if you are such of a fan of Middle Earth like I am, then you would know that all the extra history is much wanted by a lot of the fans. I picked up Unfinished Tales recently, which I am really excited to dig into, because it's been probably a decade since I've read that book. I gave it away to someone, or lent it to someone, and never got it back. So there is that. Now, Tolkien is one of those authors that just has always hit home for me, and I don't know if he will for you or not, but I always say give him a go. If you want to start with something easy by him, start with The Hobbit. It's loaded down with characters, but it has a very straight storyline. It's not convoluted, and it's meant for kids to be able to follow. So it'll give you a little taste of what he's like, and if you enjoy that, then pick up Lord of the Rings, because it's more adult, and it has far more information in it, and it's a little bit more convoluted. There's a lot more going on in the story and everything like that, so there is that. I love Lord of the Rings, and I would love to turn as many people on to Lord of the Rings as I can get. I know there's a lot of people out there who don't like them, and that's fine. That's gonna happen. But yeah, so I hope you all have been doing well. That's gonna be everything for why you should read Tolkien for me for now. Call it part 1 or whatever you want, but I will talk about Tolkien more in the future, and this is gonna go under my Tolkien Talk. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming by to the corner, and I hope you have a wonderful day.